like Chris said, buttoned up, tight, very serious language online. But when you have a Zoom meeting or a coffee chat, or if you do a voice clip over LinkedIn, which is pretty cool, or you do meet in person and your language and your demeanor is very much laid back, you're that person is walking in expecting one thing and you're giving them another. So that not only does it break up kind of your momentum for the trust that you've established with them, you've gone backwards. Like you've taken so many steps back, and
Yeah.
you've got to work that much harder to reestablish that trust that you've already built.
Yeah, we can't be all things to all people too, right? So like we
Right.
gotta be comfortable that some people just may not that they don't like us, they just don't want we don't mesh, right? And that's okay. There's so
Yes.
many people out there. There's so many people out there.
And you
All
don't
right.
want to like work with the people that you don't mesh with anyway. So it's okay to kind of be polarizing in that you're showing who you are, because the people who like you, they're going to work with you and it's going to be fantastic. And you are not wasting your time, quote unquote, with the people you don't mesh with. So it's a win-win.
Yeah. And we're gonna so authority is another piece here. Um, authority, especially when we talk about we've built on this concept of niche and USP, especially for those of you out there in a specific space or doing something in a particular industry or with a specific subject matter. Building authority around that, a book's kind of that's nice. That's a big kind of ask as far as time commitment and actually creating something of value there. But just getting published in local media or getting on interviews with any major media associations, anything like that that we can do to build our authority in that space is also going to create credibility, right? So just a couple of things to consider there. And there's what I love about these workbooks is it's about taking action. So again, if you want this workbook, we'll get that to you, meetwithadvisors.com. But you can see it's just an inventory, checking all the things that matter. Do you have a website? What images do you project? How do you feel when you visit that website? I remember talking to one advisor. I went to their website and I felt like I was on a travel website. Like they're trying to sell me travel. It was all these palm trees and like planes and things. And I'm like, I don't want to go on a trip. I want you to help me with my money, right? So it's like, what are we actually projecting? How do people? And so ask for help with that. So a couple of things there you can kind of do the inventory on as well. Let's get into prospecting. Valentina, the importance of building a list. I've said it on this before. I've said become the Google or Facebook of your niche, your industry, whatever you're working in, because information, like those companies are information companies. They take that information and they sell it, right? And they sell us stuff and they make our lives easier. I'm not complaining about it, right? And so this is, a lot of the things that we see coming down the pipe in the future in marketing are going to be centered around this, around your list, getting information, what people are searching for. I share this story. So Target got in trouble a couple years back because by what people were buying, they were able to predict if a woman was pregnant or not. And they got so good at it, they were actually predicting before some of the women, or specifically teenage women's fathers, knew about it and got in some trouble about it. So, they're using all this data, all this stuff we're doing, all the information on our phone, all of that to create very customized experiences for us, to point us to the exact product or what we're looking for. Valentina, I want you to talk about this a little bit, but also about just shift real quick and what we do inside of our software, because that's going to set up some of the future stuff we're going to talk about in this week and next. But how that people can start doing that and cultivating that, and what they can find there.
Yeah, so within our program, that's Shift program, Shift Accelerator, we make sure that we gather all of the information from LinkedIn. So it's nothing like ruining someone's privacy, but basically everything we can see on someone's LinkedIn account, we can use to get to know them. And based on that, we can also create searches using Sales Navigator and create a good target group. Based on that, we also personalize the messages that we send. We personalize how our own LinkedIn account is going to look like. Elena was talking about branding. So everything at the end is one big whole. And